Hi. Can you guys hear me okay? Hi, everyone. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Zell. Hi, Alyssa. Hi, Maria. Hi, Shelly. You guys can hear me okay? All right. Like it's loud enough? Hi, Rahul. Hi, Gayleen. Hi, Isabel. Hi, Kate. Hi, Christine. Hi, Robin. Okay, sounds good. All right. Awesome. Mary Beth, Harmony, Joanna, Laura. Hey. Okay. I think I'm just gonna wait a few minutes and then get started. Thank you. Thank you, Lindsay. Yeah, 717. That's why I decided to do it today, because of the twin flame number 717. Thank you, Bella. So if you emailed me about personal reading, I will email you back soon. I've just been taking some time to work on some bigger projects. This is actually the longest I've taken a break from personal readings, but yeah, I have a lot of projects that I'm getting off the ground this season, and they've been kind of in the works for a few years. So I'm kind of excited. I was going to do it last month. I was ready to start it last month, but with all 3 eclipses and all the planets in retrograde, Spirit was like, no, wait until July. So this is the right time. Zachary, hey. Julie. Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and Julie. Oh my goodness. Yeah, definitely. This is definitely that soul mission time. Like people are getting started on their soul mission, whether like you're starting your soul mission or taking the next step in your soul mission. All right. Okay, I think I'm going to get started. All right, so what is going on for the soul, the twin flames for the second half of July? I don't know if you guys know, but we're in the middle of a 9-day galactic activation portal days. So these 9 days are super high vibrational. You may get like really agitated and then feel really blissful like the next second, but it's just like your body is physically changing to keep up with the high vibes. So we're in the middle of 9 days. It started this past Tuesday and it's going to end next Wednesday, but a lot of high energy. Okay. Okay, so what is going on for the twin flames? King of Swords, face down and in reverse. Wow, okay. All right, so I'm getting that there's like communication coming in, but it's not so obvious. Like you might not even know it's your twin flame talking to you. You might not even know. It's like your twin flame is trying to talk to you, but in a different way than you normally communicate with your twin flame. So if you talk to them telepathically, if you talk to them physically, they're trying to talk to you, but in a different way than normal. So what I got earlier this week is that you may have like an upgraded energetic communication with your twin flame. So, for example, you may get a dream with your twin flame. You might get a dream while you're like looking around. You might be doing things, but it's not like you. You're not yourself. And what it actually is your twin flame's life. So your twin flame is communicating with you by showing you a day in their life. And it's so kind of confusing. So you might get communication like that, where it's like your twin flame is communicating with you, but in a totally different way than you're used to. It's so bizarre. Even like signs synchronicities, it's like it'll come to you in a different way. It's really weird. Yeah, it's like they are also on the same level as you. Like they receive signs and synchronicities from your higher self all the time too. So they're even if you don't admit it, and even if they don't admit it to you, they get as much weird spiritual things and signs, synchronicities, and dreams as you. So they're literally getting things like that for you too. Like they might get a dream where they're living out your day, and they're like, "What? This isn't my normal day. This isn't how I normally talk." And it's just like a day in your life. It's so bizarre. What is going on for the twin flames? When I get to the end of the deck and a card doesn't fall out, it usually means that like Spirit is keeping things kind of secretive, or your twin flame is kind of keeping things kind of secretive. It's like they don't want to tell you. The Hanged Man. Okay, wow. Yeah, they're okay. So things are taking a step back before taking a few steps forward. So I feel like not only is your twin flame getting things in order, and I feel like you are too, whether you're divine, masculine, or feminine, you're getting your stuff in order. So you might have a lot of energetic tests, all the lessons that you need to learn before you get to your twin flame physical union or the next step in your physical union. There's going to be a bunch of tests, and you're going to feel it, like a lot of different little tests on whatever it is, because we all have our own individual things that we need to learn, but you're going to get a lot of different tests. You're going to have a lot of things come through, like, oh, things from your childhood, like, oh, wow, that doesn't bother me anymore. That's so weird that I saw this person that like I had a thing with, and now I don't even care because I'm living my best life. Like little tests here and there, big realizations, like what would you do with a lot of money? What would you do if you got the opportunity for your soul mission? What would you do if you had a chance to fix a relationship with a past friend or whatever? All these little tests and opportunities are coming up in realizations. Wow. So it's kind of like, not the calm before the storm, but kind of like, I don't know, preparing even further, which is weird because like we've been kind of in this preparing stage for like this entire year, starting at the end of last year, and it feels like I don't know, like things are coming to a head. Things are definitely wrapping up for a lot of twin flames. Wow. What is the masculine feeling right now? What is the masculine feeling? Wow. The Devil card. Okay. Which way? Okay, fell off the table. 1 second. Okay. Okay, so this is kind of in line with how there's a lot of sexual energies and sensual energies wanting to be close to another person, very, very human, like wanting to touch another person, wanting to hold hands, wanting to hug another person, wanting to talk about deep personal things with another person, kind of open up and kind of share things with another person, and also be intimate with another person, but in a deep, intimate way, in a way where deep love is involved. So I feel like the masculines are kind of opening up. I feel like they're opening up their senses, like not only are they opening up their like psychic abilities, but they're also opening up the possibilities of what their body can do. Like I feel like you know how they say like when a mother sees their like child in trouble, like they get like super strength. Like if their child was under a car, like the mother can like have the strength to like pull up the car and save their child. I feel like that's similar with love, with that kind of pure, divine, strong, powerful love in your life. You are capable of so much more. And I feel like the divine masculines are, while they're opening up their psychic abilities and opening up to the kind of idea of what they're capable of, like, oh yeah, I feel like I can have like a sixth sense. I feel like I can do more with my life. I feel like I can do more with my body. I feel like when they think of like being intimate with the divine feminine, they're thinking about how much more it can mean to them, how much more it can be, you know. And that's kind of like with the title of this reading. Like they're really sensitive when it comes to you, because you represent someone that's like holds so much, like you kind of allow them to reach not just their potential but beyond what they think their potential is. So like in all ways, like within this body and outside of this body and just in this life, like I feel like they're feeling like this is a kind of where is this powerful reading coming from? But like, yeah, they're kind of like expanding in so many ways. It's kind of hard for me to describe in words, because like I cannot believe that's what the divine masculine is. The Chariot card, which way? In reverse, face down. Okay. I feel like it's stopping them in their tracks, because I feel like they're overwhelmed. You know, whether you come into energetic union or about to come into physical union, you feel your twin flames energy before you get that energetic union or before you get that physical union. So this is stopping them in their tracks, because it's kind of overwhelming. Like I feel like like this is so weird, like but going along with my weekly general energy, where I was like, oh, I feel like spirit is pushing me to say more spiritual things. That's how I'm feeling. Like the divine masculines are like kind of tripping out. they're kind of tripping out because of this like overwhelming, like not just psychic like energies, but kind of like, I don't know, it's like it's not awakening energy. I feel like they're just figuring out how to do more in their life, and maybe they got visions of like what they're supposed to do in their soul mission with their divine feminine. Like I feel like a lot of people got clarity, or are getting clarity right now. You probably got like messages and signs throughout this year, starting from January, a little bit throughout the months, throughout the days, throughout the weeks, of like what you're supposed to be kind of doing. And like the puzzle pieces are coming together. So your soul mission is becoming like super clear. Like undoubtedly, this is what you and your twin are going to do. And it's hitting your divine masculine or your twin flame just as strongly right now. And it's a bit overwhelming. So they're kind of, that's why they're taking a second to kind of take it all in. It's kind of like they can't even move forward right now, because it's like all rushing in. They're getting all these divine downloads. This is what you're supposed to do with your twin flame. You're right about this. Yes, you guys are going to live here. Yes, you guys are going to be doing this in a few years. Like all this stuff, information is like, whew, like coming in and like overwhelming your twin flame. Wow. I did not expect this reading to be like that intense. This is intense. Like 3 major arcanas already. This is crazy. Okay. What is the divine feminine up to? If the divine masculines are going through a crazy transformation. Okay, the Page of Cups. Okay, so the divine feminines are kind of, it's funny because the divine feminines are, I feel like are like getting messages from the divine masculine, but not really. I don't know what spirit means by that. What do you mean they're kind of getting messages, kind of not? Okay, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Both the cards came out in reverse. Okay, all right. So the spirit is just kind of basically highlighting that, like, before you have an energetic union or a physical union, things go quiet. So I'm definitely feeling like things are, like, some of you are going to get those weird messages in different ways. And for me, when all these reunion energies come around, you will have reunion, whether it's physical union or energetic union. Physical union, obviously, is if you meet in person, have physical communication, and things along that line. But if you come into, if you don't have physical union, you probably will have energetic union with your twin flame. So this is usually like they'll appear to you in your dreams, or they'll appear to you as like a physical app, like, I don't know, an energy or something, or you'll get a lot of signs, synchronicities, overwhelming one day, like songs and signs and everything. You'll get, like, you might hear your twin flame, or you might feel what they're going on. So if you don't have physical union, you will probably get an energetic union. And then you just have to wait till the next union kind of cycle, reunion time for a possible physical union. But you do have energetic union, even if you don't have physical union, when these reunion energies come around. Yeah, so if things like that, like if your twin flame doesn't appear in your dream, you can always ask them. You can ask their higher self to have to appear in your dream and talk to you. And it's best to do it right before you go to sleep, because that's when you're more in tune with the energies, when you're more connected, when you're more relaxed. And ask your twin flame's higher self to appear in your dream. But usually when it happens organically without you asking, that's energetic union. But you might have energetic union in other ways. You might have it like with a day or hour just full of like 100 twin flame signs or something like that, you know? So if you don't have physical union, you usually do have energetic union, and you just wait till the next reunion kind of wave to possibly get reunion. But then there's outliers. There's twin flames that get it like before because it's like a bell curve. Like some people get it a little bit before, some people get it a little after these like reunion energies. Okay, so what is going on with the twin flames, with the divine masculine thoughts? What is the divine masculine thinking when they think about the divine feminine? Seven of Swords, face down, and in reverse. Okay, so the divine masculine cannot deny. I mean, they're so overwhelmed with what's going on with these like all these like divine downloads that are coming through, that the divine masculine cannot deny the divine feminine, the connection they have with the divine feminine. Like it's like without a doubt. It's like, it's one of the things that I got earlier this week is you might forget that you have to be open-minded, right? When it comes to spirituality, when it comes to a spiritual journey, the twin flame journey, the one thing everyone has to be reminded of, no matter if you're experienced or if you're new to the journey, is be open-minded, right? You never know what's going to come through. You never know how it's going to come through. So sometimes it might be hard to be open-minded that your divine masculine is just as spiritual as you, has learned the same lessons as you, has gone through the trials and tribulations just as you did, has felt your energy, has felt the same things that you have felt about them. So it's like hard to sometimes be like, oh yeah, my divine masculine is like, if you're especially not in communication, or little communication that like, oh yeah, my divine masculine might be having those crazy dreams too, or might be getting those crazy sign synchronicities too, or might be feeling that that they're going to be divinely guided to me too. Like, so like, it's one of the hardest things to keep open-minded about, especially after a long time. But like, your divine masculine is learning the lessons alongside you, does want to go and do this whole mission. Like their heart, like I feel like a lot of masculines might be like quitting their jobs at this time because they're like, I'm done with this company. They've done nothing for me. I'm ready to remember that idea that the divine feminine have, or the divine feminine, like, remember she was just so easy, or he was so easy to work with, and like I just want to work with them on something. Like they're like, I have a feeling I've been getting ideas all year, like since, or all month or whatever, like it's time. I'm just gonna go in and quit my job on Monday or something like that, you know? Divine masculine's thoughts towards the divine feminine. Knight of Swords. Okay, both of them came out in reverse. Okay, interesting. What is the divine masculine up to? He feels like, or she feels like, the divine masculine feels like they've been living like a lie, and they don't know how to say it to divine feminine. Like, imagine if you like I totally get where the divine masculine is coming from, because like before this job, I used to work for an environmental engineering firm, and I didn't, without like realizing it, I was doing environmental reports for 5G towers to go up. And then after I left that job, I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I was an accomplice in putting up these like 5G towers that are so bad for people. And then like I feel like the divine masculines are like how like I've been not living as the person I wanted to be. How do I tell the divine feminine that? You know, like I can barely come to like I finally got to a place where I'm like, oh, I'm glad I'm out of there. Or maybe they're still kind of grappling with, I can't believe I used to have this person in my life. I can't believe this karmic, like I can't believe I hung out with these exes. I can't believe I kept these negative friends around. I can't believe, you know, I used to do this bad habit. Like, it's like, how do I tell the divine feminine, like, that wasn't me? You know, I'm a different person now. I feel like that's like a tough thing to like say to yourself, first of all, but then to say it to your twin flame, who you like respect, and you want like them to like not judge you and want them to accept you. It's like, how do I tell them that like I might have done some bad things, but I didn't know it was bad at the time? You know, like I feel like that's the okay. I get that, but they do want to talk to you. They just like kind of like even though they felt like so confident, I want to come to the divine feminine. Now they're kind of like, oh wait, like they're like, you know how like when you're you're getting ready to say something, say something to someone you like, or you have a crush on, or that you want the approval of, and you kind of like go in your head like, okay, I'm going to talk to them about like what I did in the past year and this and that. It's like you go through in your head like, oh, that sounds bad, like that. I need to reword that. That sounds terrible. Like I'm gonna start off with that to my twin flame. That's no, cross that off. Like, you know. Okay, what is the divine feminine thinking? It comes to divine masculine. Communication. Wow, communication on both sides. Both of you guys are thinking about communicating with each other. That's so funny, but like both of them face down. Which way? Yeah, face down in reverse. Wow. Just it's so in line. Oh my goodness, it's so synced up. Like you and your twin flames are so synced up, which means like so many physical unions are happening right now. So many energetic unions are happening right now. It's because literally the same thing on both sides. Both of you guys are balanced within yourself and within this connection. It's kind of It's kind of crazy. Wow. Divine feminine. Oh, I'm not even kidding. The Seven of Swords came out in reverse on both sides. Wow. Oh my goodness. And the communication and Seven of Swords. So there's, wow, I cannot believe it. So both the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine are kind of like, like, how do I say this? Like, the last time you saw me, or last time we spoke, or, 5 years ago when that thing happened, this is who I was, it's not necessarily who I am now. And it's kind of hard because, like, how do you know your twin flame is telling the truth unless, like, you kind of live with them for a while, or hang out with them for a while, or talk to them for a while to know that, like, they're speaking the truth, that they're not going to do the same mistakes again. They're not that kind of person again, that they are a better person, that they're going to continue being a better person. Like, how do you really know until you spend time with them, right? So I feel like Divine Feminine and Divine Masculines are both kind of like, this is like their challenge. This is the challenge right now. Awesome. Okay, so what Divine Masculine's physical action space towards the Divine Feminine? The High Priestess in reverse. Okay. And the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so almost all the cards on the Divine Masculine side came out in reverse, which is like, so when both the cards came out in reverse, I turned them upright, which is my sign that, like, there's immediate changes happening right now. Like, literally right now, like yesterday, 2 days ago, today, 2 days from now, a few days from now. But when Spirit says now to me, because time is kind of fickle, unless Spirit gives me exact timing, it's hard to get down an exact time. But when Spirit says now to me, it means anytime from a few weeks ago to now to a few weeks from now. So right now, there's major changes happening. Then Divine Feminines too was both of them came out in reverse too. Wow. Major changes happening in both the Divine Feminines and Divine Masculines life. And that makes so much sense because we're getting all these, like, little tests, all these little opportunities, all these little chances to see, are we moving to the next lesson, or are we repeating the lesson? Are we ready to take this next lesson with the twin flame, or are we have to repeat a lesson before moving on to the next one with the twin flame union? So it's kind of like, it's crazy. Wow. So Divine Masculines, again, so many things changing. Knight of Pentacles, the Pentacles keep coming up, like the Divine Masculines to the Divine Feminine, giving them opportunity to the Divine Feminine. That keeps coming up over and over this week. So Divine Masculines are definitely thinking about it. They're the progress in unions right now, twin flame unions, is very high. Like, things are moving along really, really quickly. It's interesting. I'm going to pull one more clarifier just to see. Wow, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. All right. Okay. So, you know how last week the Divine Feminines were getting like a test or whatever? And that's kind of continuing to this week, but now, like, in the Divine Feminine had the World card in reverse, kind of like Divine Feminine had to kind of finish things up. Now the Divine Masculine has to finish things up. And their thing that they have to finish up is in the physical, which is to come physically to you, Divine Feminine. So it's kind of cool. The thing I'm getting here, and this is kind of confusing because it's like the Divine Masculine doesn't know it, but they're preparing for a life other than what they envisioned with you. So they do see themselves coming to you and having this like beautiful life, having everything, having the career that they love, having projects that they can have with you, having the home, having a family vibe, having a community, living a really healthy and happy life for forever. But it's interesting. Like, I feel like, and this happens all the time, right? Like, you picture the relationship going in one way and they picture the relationship going in another way. And then you come together and it's like something different than either you or they thought. So I feel like it's like they were secretly getting prepped for this new life path with you that they weren't aware of. If they didn't, it's still great. It's probably better than what you two imagined, but it's so funny how spirit works, because you think like maybe you're going to live in this certain location, or you're going to continue with this job, or your twin flame and you are going to have this soul mission, but it's a completely different soul mission. And what you were preparing for before was all the skills and experience that you needed for this upgraded soul mission, or for this upgraded lifestyle, or for this home in a different new place that's like way better for your lifestyle and for your soul mission. It's like it might be a last minute thing, a last minute change, but it's like it still works for, it's way better than you guys could have imagined. Wow. Okay. And the Divine Feminine's physical work. Okay, see, this came up earlier this week too. There's something with like change in career, or change in soul mission, or change in like work, or your job, or your side gig, or whatever, your income. That's like last minute. Maybe the Divine Masculine says something. It's like, oh, well, if you have to move out of the country for your work, like, and we want to be together and I have to move with you, that changes things with my work too. It's something like that, like something that comes up last minute changes your soul mission, or your career, or your job, which is interesting. Oh, wow. Love that. The Empress on the Divine Feminine side, the beautiful divine goddess, Divine Feminines. Wow. Yeah. I mean, what can I say? You're because whatever you had to finish up, it came up in last week's reading. Whatever you had to finish up, you did. Whatever lessons you had to pass, you passed. Whatever skills you need to gain, you gained. Whatever past memories or traumas, or like, it's not even like big things. It was just little things. You just finished. You're good. You're golden, Divine Feminines. You're all set. Whatever happens now, whatever affects, because you just work towards the soul mission you have. You just work towards the daily responsibilities you have. You just keep your vibes high and keep up with whatever your spiritual work, right? Because whatever the Divine Masculine is coming in with is gonna flip things around anyway. Oh, and what's so crazy is that every card was like one card and one clarifier, which means these energies are so specific. They're very pinpointed. So, and we saw all the cards come up flip except for the Divine Feminine's Empress cards, because Divine Feminine's got it. you have it. You're holding it down. You're holding it down energetically. So much so the Divine Masculines are like, oh, I see the light. I can follow it. But there's even whatever, however much you guys prepare and however much you plan to go forward in your soul mission and in your spiritual journey, there's a little switch in plans that the divine has that you can't plan for. You just kind of move forward with what you can. Wow, that was incredible. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna ask some other questions while we have some time. I was aiming for this live to go for about an hour. So I'm like, okay, let me prepare some other things. I have a union spread for my personal readings, and I'm going to pull some questions from that, like what do they want from this connection? What are their blocks and what's helping them? What's maybe something they're keeping secret from you? So just these little questions. And then I just kind of want to see what's going on. I want to, if you guys have any questions. Since this is my first live, I'm like checking a lot of basic things, like is the audio working? is the camera okay? But then I think going forward, I'll see if I want to take personal questions or not. But I feel like for this one, I'm just going to keep it general. Any secrets? Awesome. Okay, perfect. I'll move forward. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so yeah, let's ask some of these questions. So, I'm trying to see what questions to ask. How about, okay, I'm just gonna go with the flow. All right, so I'm gonna ask, what is it like when they're thinking of you, when they're in your energies, when they're thinking about you, when they're talking to you, or when they feel like talking to you and they just have you in their thoughts? What are they like when they're in your energies, when they're connecting with you? Awesome. Heartbroken, but they keep it to themselves. Oh, that's heartbreaking to hear. Yeah, they're sad, but they're like keeping it to themselves, because I feel like they're sensitive about you. I feel like if they tried to tell other people, like, oh yeah, this is how I feel about my twin flame, like they wouldn't get it, and they might even put them down for it, or and so they feel like they have to keep this kind of sadness to themselves, and they don't have anyone to share it with. So I feel like they're feeling sad, but even worse is that they can't express this sadness. Oh, thank you. Here we go. Without communication from the divine feminine. Yeah. So they either feel sad that they don't have much communication with you, or they have no communication with you, or they also got cut off from signs and synchronicities from you. So they're kind of feeling sad, and then it's compounded by the fact that they're not receiving anything from you or not being reminded about you from the universe. And so they're sad, and then they get like even more sad that they're cut off from you because they feel it too, and then that they can't express it or tell anyone because no one would understand. So what are they like when they're around other people? When they're not thinking about you, when they're doing other things, when they're working? What are they like when they're not in your energies and when they're not trying to connect with you? Okay, so we got the 6 of Wands and then the 10 of Swords wanted to peek out. So I feel like they're doing well in their careers, whatever they seem successful, that they're doing well, whatever that they needed to do. If they need to fix up their homes, if they need to fix up their families, if they need to fix up their careers, their financial situation, their health, whatever they need to do. Outwardly, like to other people, they seem like they got it going on, that they're doing well. But behind the scenes, they are feeling so dead and done with keeping up this like charade, keeping up this like something they feel like is like a responsibility, that they have to keep up with this job, they have to keep up with these friends, they have to, like, I feel like they're doing what they need to do, but they're not necessarily enjoying it. And in fact, that they're so like burnt out. That's why a ton of masculines are leaving their jobs, because they're like, I'm done working for these people who do horrible things to other people, or I'm done hanging out with these friends who aren't nice to other friends, or I'm done hanging out with, it's like, why am I with these people, or why am I with this job? Why am I doing this thing? It's like, I feel like they're awake and they've known this stuff for a while, but they've been just kind of waiting for an opportunity to cut it out, and they're finally there. They can cut it out. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Ooh. Okay. The 10 of Cups. They feel sad that they didn't, it fell in Divine Feminine. They feel sad that they, okay, so it's like night and day, right? Like the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Cups. It's like they have the potential to have this with the Divine Feminine, the 10 of Cups. And they're like, why don't I walk up to them and offer this opportunity? Like every day, like every time they're reminded that they're at a workplace that they don't like, or they're hanging around people that they don't like and trying to work with people that they don't vibe with. So it's just like, this person isn't doing it right, or they aren't doing this project the right way. Like if my twin flame was here, this project would have been done and over with already, So they're like, every time like something frustrates them, they're like, this wouldn't happen with my twin flame. If my twin flame was here, like this wouldn't be a problem. This wouldn't be issue. So like they're getting reminded like every like frustration that they have throughout the day. Like, why didn't I hit them up already? Like why didn't I offer them opportunity? Why am I not there? Why am I not in front of their face right now? Like every single time, it's like, why didn't I call them already? Like they're thinking like with every frustration, it's like built and built and built and built. Another card fell off the table. Okay. The Death card underneath the table. Wow. This is, I feel like, unspoken. Like unspoken. This is tough. Wow. Like Divine Masculine is really in a tough place. Like when they're not around your energies, Divine Feminine, they're thinking about your energies, because otherwise they're just thinking about how miserable these things are already dead in their life. Like these things are already dead. Like these relationships with these people that are no longer serving them is already dead. This job that they already planned to leave like earlier this year. They've been just looking for an exit. This home is for breaking down. They haven't been making repairs because they're gonna sell it. Like so whatever this is that's been holding them back is already dead in their life. They've been just waiting. It's just been like holding them down. They've been waiting for like an exit point, like an excuse to leave. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so what do they want out of this connection with you at this time? What do they want out of this connection with you are you kidding me? The 10 of Pentacles in reverse again. For me, that means like they want everything. They want like the happy life, the happy family, the happy lifestyle, the vacations, the home, a job that you guys both like doing, projects and whatever, right? Everything, the whole works, right? Again, it came out. They want this with you. And it came up in their physical life. So that literally you can see that they're like, everything that like annoys them is like, oh my God, this annoyed me 2 years ago. Why is it still in my life? Like I need to leave right now. Like, everything that kind of annoys them is like building them up, building their frustration, like building up their action energy to like take action. Like you can see it like building and building up. And they're ready for it. They're like, whatever. I just know whatever happens, whatever life we have, it's going to be the perfect life, whatever it is. Even if it's something I haven't even thought of, it's going to be the perfect life because it's with the person that I can vibe with and get along with the best. Wow. So they're like, I don't care. I just need to see them. I just need to reach out to them. I just need to be with them. I just need to be around them because they're miserable without you. That's been made clear. Whatever kind of life you guys throw together is the perfect life. And they're like, I don't care. It's just going to be great because they're in it. The Moon card in reverse. How many people have had this come up in their personal readings? Exactly. They don't know what kind of life it's going to be. They don't know, are you going to expand your family? Are you going to move to a different place? Are you guys going to both get different jobs? Are you guys going to both work together on a business? Are you like, he's like, your twin flame, he or she is both as like, it doesn't matter. With them, I'm gonna have everything. Like I just know it. Like, and it goes back to this kind of like energy we had with their feelings that like they just feel so strongly that like when you have that kind of grand love in your life, you can do anything. You can have everything your heart desires, and not just your relationship, but everything else in life. So like with that kind of love and support, you guys are like Superman and Superwoman or whatever, you know, you're super people, you know, that your twin flames, your twin flames in union, you can literally manifest anything. That's one of the superpowers that twin flames have is you can manifest when you're together in physical union. Oh, there's no stopping you guys. Anything you guys think together, plan together, manifest like instantly. It's that kind of power. It's intense. It's really intense. Let's see. What does the divine feminine want out of this connection? What does the divine feminine want out of this connection? The death card in reverse. Interesting. To kind of get on with it, because I feel like the divine feminine is like, I've already killed off everything in my life that doesn't serve me. Not only did I kill it, but I burned it down, buried the ashes. It's old news, you know? It's like, I'm ready for the next thing. And the divine masculine's like, I'm in the process of burning all the things right now. I'm in the process of cutting it all down. And the divine feminine is like, can you get there already? Like, I took care of myself, like, you know, a couple of weeks ago. But ooh, okay. Wow. Yeah. See, the Three of Wands fell on divine masculine's action space. Like he's on his way, is going. This is like kind of making plans and sticking with it. These are plans that are definitely going to happen, and moving towards them, taking steps towards them. So it kind of just like flew off the divine masculine's action space, which like is kind of like they're on their way. You know, they're on their way. I think that I'm getting that the divine feminines wrapped so many of their things up quickly because they didn't want to be the one holding up this union. So divine feminine was like, oh yeah, like if little things came up in your life, like I feel like if like, oh yeah, the friend that I had when I was like a child, like they did me wrong and it affected me. And like you think through it, you feel through it, and you're like making lunch already, you know? And then you have another thing before dinner. Like you get it done so quickly. And it's because like you know, like the sooner you get your stuff done, the faster the union will come, right? And so you're already done, but like you finished your like it's like the project was due next weekend and you finished it the weekend before, you know? And so the masculine's like, it's not due yet. I still have time to work on these things, but sure, like, I'm glad that you're done. Let me just catch up to you now. Okay, what are their blocks? What is something that's blocking them right now in this connection? What are some of the divine masculines block? Soul mission work. Yeah, the project. Okay, so so they just got a bunch of clarity on what kind of work they're supposed to do with you. For some twin flames, like their soul mission is to have a family with your twin flame, you know? And for some, it's like, you know, fixing the neighborhood you grew up in, or maybe helping each other fix family relationships, or helping each other you know, build like a sandwich business, you know, to promote healthy eating, or to, you know, just or, you know, something really, I feel like soul missions start with what seems like small projects and they end up being like more influential than you think it's going to be, and it helps more people than you think it's going to be. So what's blocking the divine masculine right now is the soul mission, because they're getting a bunch of clarity, as we mentioned earlier. They're getting a bunch of clarity on the specific kind of soul mission work that they're going to have with the divine feminine. That they were right about all these different ideas that they had throughout the time that they've known you, years, months, whatever, days. And so it's kind of like they're in shock. It's like, oh my goodness, okay, so I was right about that. I was right about that. I was right about that too. It's just that one thing is going to happen now. One thing's going to happen a few years from now. One thing is going to happen at the same time as the other thing. It's kind of, it's a good thing and a bad thing, because like it's good that like they have clarity on their soul mission with you. The only thing is that like they might need time to comprehend it, and if they're upset that it wasn't what they thought it was going to be, it might take them a second to kind of like let go of a life path that is no longer an option, you know? So I feel like this is kind of like not shell shock, but kind of like a shocking realization. Wow. The Ace of Cups and the Temperance card. Okay. Temperance in reverse. Okay, yeah. So it's not a bad thing. I'm getting like it's really good. They got this overwhelming, huge divine download from source energy, from a higher power, and it was so strong. It like literally like I feel like they might have had to take a few hours just to digest it. I feel like divine feminine, you might have had something similar, but you might have been more excited that you got clarity on some of these things, and you might get this clarity this week, or you might have already gotten it. But they're not quite ready to take this divine download on and also come to the divine feminine right away, because like they just got this information. It's fresh. They have to like understand it first before they can really talk to someone else about it. Does that make sense? Wow. Okay. Any blocks for the divine feminines? Are there any blocks for the divine feminine? Oh, right away. 2 of Cups in reverse, and it fell on the Empress card. So not really. I feel like the only block that the divine feminine has is kind of focusing on not being in physical romantic love union with the divine masculines, when obviously you are in union with your twin flame at all times, and on other energetic levels you are obviously in energetic union at all times. And this being in union with your twin flame also means you're in union with a higher power, because basically, okay, here we go. Everything is energy, right? Source energy is in everything and all things. We're like a fractal of source energy. So if you can see yourself being one with a higher power, you'll get your physical union, because whatever you energetically believe and know is true and manifest, if you manifest this connection with you and God, with you and the universe, you and whatever by whichever holy name you call that higher power, you'll manifest in the physical as romantic love union, because this person, your twin flame, is just another aspect of your soul, is another aspect of source energy. So I know it's a kind of a spiritual woo-woo way of explaining it, but basically if you focus on just the romantic love physical twin flame, and not like being connected to spirit and to energy, then it's not going to manifest in the physical. So it's kind of like, you know, you have to do your inner work. You kind of have to do that. I know a lot of you twin flames know that already, and there's some twin flames that have joined my channel that are new, and so they're getting around to these ideas. And then there's twin flames in between, but like spirit pushed me to say that, so I had to say that. Okay. Divine feminines, are there any blocks? Okay. Another card off the table. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, see? The marriage card. The marriage card and the 2 marriage cards. So, yeah, basically, Okay, this is weird, but it's kind of like take marriage off the table. I'm getting like, don't even think about the marriage aspect of this twin flame connection. Think about like being in energetic union, like how much you guys vibe when you're together, how much you guys work so well together, how much you guys are like-minded, how much you guys help others by being together. So thinking of that versus marriage, because like that comes naturally with these things. But like if you're focusing on too much on marriage without focusing on like the powerful energy that comes from the union of twin flames, like I mean, you guys can manifest so quickly and so powerfully. Like you can do so much good in the world. That's why twin flames, like this is okay. Twin flame unions. Twin flame unions. There's a bunch of different theories out there, but basically, it's like your last or one of the last reincarnations on this school we call Earth, right? And so one of your final projects, like I know, like I don't know, I went to school for engineering, so our last project in college was a capstone project, and it's kind of like the last project you do that encompasses everything you've learned in your entire college career in that one project, and you have to do it. Every engineering student has to do it before they graduate. And I know some people, like if you're getting a PhD, you have your thesis or whatever. So it's kind of like that. Like this is the twin flames, your soul mission when you come together in union is like your capstone project, is your like your thesis, like your service to others, what you do when you come together is like your final project in your human reincarnation. So if you focus on just like marriage and like what is our like how are they going to ask me to get married, or like the obvious like romantic love things that I know a lot of you twin flames already know. Like I feel like spirit is pushing me to say this so there must be someone that needs to hear it. But if you focus on like the spiritual part, because twin flames are so much more than just the basic romantic relationship. You are the epitome, the romantic relationship. You have to be the standard. You have to be an example for all other romantic relationships. So to have that much kind of influence and power, like you have to think of more than just the marriage, right? Like you have to think of the soul mission and think about the energy aspect and how you guys work together. Sorry, I have to say that. Okay. So the divine masculine, what is helping the divine masculine at this time? What's helping the divine masculines get to you, divine feminine? What's helping divine masculine? Queen of Cups, your love, the fact that divine feminines, the fact that you keep your vibes high, the fact that you keep living your highest and best life, the fact that you can keep moving forward, like keep expanding yourself spiritually, keep expanding your knowledge, keep wanting to do better in your life, wanting to become a better person and keep improving it, not being so hard on yourself, working on self-love, self-care, but also helping others, like doing that, divine feminine, like being the nurturing, loving, soulful person that you are, and being beautiful and handsome, and while you're at it, is helping your divine masculines, because you're literally the light. You hold so much light. You literally, whether you know it or not, whether you can physically see it in this physical dimension or not, you shine a light. And the brighter you shine, the easier it is for your masculine to find you. That's helping divine masculine. Okay. And I feel like they're not getting tripped up by soulmates or karmics anymore, because the divine masculines are kind of at this place where they're like open to love, open to a more higher level of love. And so I feel like before, at this point in the connection, a karmic or another karmic soulmate might like cross their path, or a couple. But at this time, Divine's like, nope, they don't need any more karmic soulmate tests, or they're beyond. They don't need that. They don't have that. They don't have to have that lesson with the karmic soulmate. They can have it with their twin flame now. So I feel like the Divine is like, nope, we're not sending anyone that is even close to a karmic soulmate their way at this time. We're keeping it all clear for the Divine Masculine. So the Divine is on your side. The Divine is on the twin flame side right now, because like no distractions, no, because both the twin flames are ready to like the next cycle of lessons, and to have it with your twin flame rather than a karmic soulmate. Okay, what is helping the Divine Feminine at this time? What is helping the Divine Feminine at this time? Oh, wow, okay. I feel like letting things like run through you. If something negative comes up, it's like, whatever. If someone says that something annoying to you, it's like, okay, like I don't have to deal with that, or something like that. You know, like if something negative pops up, a negative memory or negative thought, it's just like, psh, go away, negative thought. I release you, negative thought, to the universe. Like whatever, it's like you just let it like run through you. It's like doesn't bother you anymore. It just kind of like in one ear, out the other. I'm not listening to you, negative thought. You don't bother me. It's kind of like that's why you're staying so high vibe, Divine Feminine. It's like you're letting things roll off your shoulder. It doesn't matter. If someone tries to get you angry, it's like, you know, like at first you're like, you might have that feeling like you want to get angry back, or you want to like tell them what's up. But then it's just like, nah, not worth my time. Pick and choose your battles, Divine Feminine, you know, and you kind of can see like the twin flames that I read for are like, I try to read for every viewer. And I put that in my intention for the reading. But typically the twin flame readings are for those coming into union that have been on the cycle for a while. Because you can tell like, oh, this twin flame has finished their lessons, like so has their twin flame. So you kind of know where you are in which twin flame wave you're on. But Divine Feminine is like when you see someone being so 3D minded and they're just so negative, they're being negative Nancy, they're just kind of like, oh, like I don't have this in my life. Like I'm so sad about this. Like why aren't my twin flame doing this and that? It's like, I remember that phase, done with that phase. So done and over. Like that was like so long ago. Oh, it was like such a past me. Even if it wasn't so long ago, it's like, like you're definitely not the twin flame coming into union, right? Like, don't let people bother you. And when you see people being in 3D mentality, you kind of help them instead of getting angry at them. That's the difference. That's where you know. Ooh. And the Star card. Yeah, see, you're just like a bundle of energy, Divine Feminines. You're being so like on top of your game. You're letting anything negative roll off your shoulder. And you're just like a boundless, positive, divine energy, helping people if you need to, just keeping your hopes up. Your hope is renewed. You kind of know like, oh, my Divine Masculine is actually did as much work as me, is as spiritual as me, is taking action as much as me, is moving towards our soul mission as much as me. Like you're open-minded to that now. And because you are open-minded to like, hey, they're on the same level as me, your hope is renewed in that realization. Wow. Okay. So that was a little extra to see. Oh yeah, we're gonna do. Is there anything secret? Is there a secret that they're keeping from you that you might not know? Is there a secret? You're not gonna believe this. You're not. Is this? No, it's not. Okay. I saw a glimpse of the Union card, but it wasn't the Union card. It's Seven of Pentacles, which is like the weight card. It's so funny. I saw a glimpse of the Union card, and then it was, and the Tower card. Yep, there we go. Okay, so you're waiting. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're focusing on like the project at hand. So like your your soul mission, what you believe your soul mission is to be right now, how you can improve yourself right now, your day-to-day responsibilities, kind of doing it a little bit better, improving things here and there, trying new things here and there, but keeping it, whatever your push through was, because this is like a final push through, and then like the last week of July into August is kind of like a break. You finally get to relax. So this is kind of like a little bit of a push through. You might have just pushed through on your career or your family or your home, like work around your home or something recently or right now. And then you're going to be taking a break for about a month. Like the last week of July into the first few weeks of August is kind of like a break period. And the Tower. So again, I keep getting like, remember the Divine Masculine is like something happens last minute before this energetic or before this physical union that kind of changes things. And it's kind of career related or soul mission related, job related, or income related. Why is that a secret? Why is that a secret? That was a secret from the twin flame. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, something with money keeps coming up. So it's just like, it's something like it's external circumstances, it's environmental factors that's going to change up a lot of things. And so it's, I mean, I'm not getting too many specifics, but I'm getting, job, money, career, soul mission related. So it's all kind of like your Divine Masculine doesn't really, it's not their fault or their choice, and it's not your fault either, Divine Feminine, or your choice. It's just something that happens that kind of changes the things around for you guys. Wow. Okay. All right. Do you guys have any questions that you want me to ask, like for the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine sides? I'm so happy that all the messages were really beautiful. I thought I'd be able to read them more during the reading, but like I guess like when I'm channeling, I'm just like kind of focused. Thank you. I think I'm going to ask one more question and then kind of just stick around for the chat a little bit because I didn't get to read, and then wrap it up. What was the question I wanted to ask? Oh, what do they think that you think? What do they think that you think about them in this situation? What do they think that you think? Whoa, okay. They're okay. They feel you. That's what I'm saying. They know that you're doing well, and they know that you know that they're doing well. In no other way but spiritually, psychically. And it's crazy that they got to this level where they trust their intuition. They trust their spiritual messages, the divine downloads so much that they are like, without a doubt, this is what my twin flame is doing. Like, I know for a fact that this is what they're like in their health. This is what's going on with their family. This is like, it's not like before they can be like, oh, I feel like I can guess, like maybe this is what's happening with this situation in their life. Maybe this is what's happening. But now it's like, no, I know without a doubt that this is what's happening with my twin flame. And so it's so funny, right? Because we've been saying like how divine masculines have been like kind of opening up their spiritual abilities and like getting on board, and they're kind of like playing around with it. And now they got to a point where they're like so confident. Yeah, this is what's happening with my twin flame for sure. Like I know it. And because of that, they also think that you think that they're doing well too, which they are, to be fair. But yeah, that they're on top of their game. They're doing well career-wise, money-wise, home-wise, relationship-wise, and ready to get into a relationship. They're all prepped and ready for a really, really awesome relationship. And the next level, whatever level they've been on in relationships, ready to go to the next level in romantic relationships. And to be there, be steady, be sturdy in the relationship. Wow. So funny. What do they think that you think about the connection? Okay. Okay, so they know that you went through a hard time. They knew that you either went through a hard time in the past, or like when you last saw them, when you last communicated with them. And they know that like you're past whatever tough situation that was, and that you'd want to communicate and be like, hey, so this is an update. This is what happened afterwards or whatever. So they know that you went through a rough time and got over it. And that's totally in your past or totally done with. So whatever tough situation you were in, they also know intuitively that that's done. So see how much they're picking up just intuitively and just spiritually. Like they're that confident. Like that's what I'm saying. Like be open-minded. Your twin flame is on that same level. You know, like they're your match in every way. Wow. Okay. Now I'm just kind of see what the chat is going up with. So for the people that came on a little bit afterwards, I'm not doing any personal questions this live, just because it's my first live and I just wanted to get the basics down, make sure that everything went smoothly. But I might take personal questions going into the future. So that's something I want to think about. Oh, this is going to be posted. This live reading is going to be posted after I end this live stream. So it'll be up on my channel afterwards. Thank you. Thank you, Zell. Thank you, Shelly. Yeah, you can watch the replay. It was a crazy, like in the beginning, it was a crazy, like powerful message. I was like, let me just see what lighthearted message come out. And it's like, oh, the divine masculines are going through like a psychological, like psychic trauma. It's crazy. Thank you, Rushia. Thank you, Alana. Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you, Priyanjali. Shelly. Are some divine masculines afraid to make the first move? Some divine masculines afraid to make the first move. No, I'm getting for some of them, they're not afraid to make a move. They might be not ready to make the most grand move, but but most of my masculines are confident in making some sort of indication, suggestion, first move. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Gayleen. I'm so glad it resonated. The twin flame energies have been like, they kind of like push me. It's like, pay attention. Like as a twin flame reader, like spirit, like if they know I'm going to go do a live. They're like, pay attention to this. Like the twin flame energy is like crazy. Like write this down. Like make sure you keep this in the back of your mind. It's like, all right, Spirit. I'm like taking mental notes. Like, all right, this is what's happening with the divine feminine. This is what's happening with the divine masculine. Thank you, Silent M. Hi, Brenda. Thank you, Deshawn. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Alyssa. There's a little card in the big one. The Hangman. Wow. Okay, so the Hangman was upright when I first started the reading. Was like what's happening with the twin flames. Like they're taking a step back before they make a step forward. And now after this reading, so many twin flames are ready to step forward now, are moving forward. We got that so much in this reading. Like all the cards came out in reverse, which is, if all the cards come out in reverse, I flip it upright, which is my indication that things and changes are happening like right now. So I mean, and I've been getting that personally too, and I've been getting that for other twin flames and other light workers too. 2020 isn't over yet. Like just this month and September, I'm getting big. September, October, December is going to be a big month. Like this rest of the 2020 is going to be, I mean, it's no surprise that a lot of twin flames are coming into union, and they're going to keep coming into union for the next few years, but definitely. So, Nikki, that's interesting you mentioned that, because I stopped watching other readings from YouTubers, other twin flame readings and other general readings, astrological readings and everything. So I actually get all my information about other readers and other YouTubers from you guys. So when I first started doing readings, I would check on YouTube. I would check other twin flame readers to see if my energy was the same as theirs, or at least the ones that I resonated with. And it would always be on point. I'm like, of course, my readings are picking up the right energies. But then there comes a certain point where you just kind of, it's more of a distraction to watch other readers than it is helpful. So I stopped watching other readers. But you let me know, is there other readers that are saying similar things? Thank you, Melanie. That was really sweet. Yeah, Brenda, this is a general reading. But when I come into, when I go into whatever reading, especially general readings, I make the intention and I put it in. I start putting intention for this reading yesterday. And everything that I do, I'm like, the intention for this is to provide the highest and best positive light, channeled messages from source energy, from my higher self, to each and every viewer, for the highest best good, highest best time, highest best power, as well as the highest best good for the entire collective as a whole, and for everyone involved in Name Light. And I do it, and I start putting in the intention like yesterday, and I do it in every little thing that I do until I get to the reading. So it should resonate with every single person, at least a portion of the reading. And so I make sure I go all out. I've been actually eating so healthy all week to prepare for this, working out and everything, meditating. Are they open to forgive and move forward? Yeah, they're kind of halfway there, because they in this reading, you probably saw that they just got a bunch of new info on soul mission kind of stuff for both you and your twin flame. So they're kind of like taking it in for a second, but if you watch the reading over, you'll see that like they've been through a lot of stuff, and they know you went through a lot of stuff and got over it. So it's kind of like an awkward situation. Like, how do I tell them that was the old me and this is the new me? But you'll see that in the reading. I'm so glad you got to see this too, Michelle. Oh, it's great to see you too. Will the divine masculine be able to accept the divine feminine's past? Yes, but I feel like I feel like not every single divine masculine is going to be brave hearing it. Like, like I feel like they will accept it and they will understand, like, hey, I made mistakes too. But I feel like not every single divine masculine is like is going to be brave enough hearing it for the first time, and they might need to like muster up their courage to hear it. But they're in it for the long haul, so they know, like, even if like they come into this connection like, I'm ready to take this on, like I'm ready to be brave and courageous and be passionate, and let's do this, let's live our best lives together. And then they hear your past, what happened in your past, and they're like, oh my god, like it might like take them aback for a second, or it might like kind of be like surprising for them to hear, or they might be like, oh, I need a second to kind of take that in. But they're in it for the long haul, so they're gonna accept your past, and I mean you have to accept theirs too. So it's both ways, and they understand that. What if your divine masculines have blocked you or unfriended you? What if your divine masculines have blocked you or unfriended you? Public connection, public victory. It's gonna work. You're gonna be able to connect in the public. It's gonna work out. Don't worry. It seems like how is it gonna, like, sometimes like they blocked me for so long, they've unfriended me for so long, like we haven't communicated for so long. Like, how do they even get to connect with me? I'm not even on social media, or like, we've decided, we told each other we don't want to talk to each other. Like, how is it gonna transform? It's gonna happen. Like, just set it and forget it. You tell the universe you guys want to come into physical union, they'll make it happen. How? I feel like a lot of divine masculines are quitting their jobs. I don't know why I keep getting that. Quitting their jobs, losing their jobs, deciding to get like a side gig or a second job, or deciding to make a career move, or to really go after the soul mission. But that kept coming up today. So I feel like, and they're like thinking, like, oh, my twin flame had the hookup for that job, or they were helping me figure out what would be best for me. Maybe I should reach out to them again. So you'll be surprised in why they connect with you. And sometimes it's easier for the divine masculines or your twin flame or whoever to talk to you about something that's like an issue at work, rather than, how do you feel about me? Like, the way I really feel about you is this. Like, sometimes it's easier to bring up, like, oh, I have this situation at work, this problem at work. Do you think you could help me out? Like, sometimes it's easier to start that way. So you'll be surprised why they might unblock you, or start up communication with you again. Ooh, missed. Three years, yeah. I got travel website, yes. 100%. I got that exact message earlier this week. So yes, I feel like I got that message specifically for you. Yes. New moon in Cancer. I did a couple of readings of like the eclipse reading, and then I did an actual reading on the new moon. But Magician card, yeah, it was like helping. It was like starting to get things manifested. So I do feel like these eclipses and this past new moon and the energy portal that we're in right now, all is helping to manifest this union. It's when you have something this powerful manifest, it manifests within, like, it takes time to manifest. For example, if you want to manifest like a $10 bill, you know, like you put it out to the universe, and then like you go to like a store and it's right there on the floor or in the parking lot. It's like $10, yay! It manifests really quickly because it's a simple manifestation. But if you want to manifest something grand, like a twin flame union or romantic love relationship with your perfect home, with your perfect lifestyle, whatever, it might take like a few months or to manifest. So in the beginning of the month, it's like, okay, well, they have to move closer to this person, so they're gonna have to like lose their job, and then they're gonna have to find a new job closer to your twin flame, to divine feminine. And then divine feminines, they need to get into they need to heal their relationship with their family member, so they're back in the same spot. And then they have to, like, you know, all these things have to like come together. And so like might take like a few months to have it all manifest, but like, and have like spirit kind of like place all the parts of the manifestation together, so it kind of unfolds magically. So yeah, sometimes bigger manifestation takes months to like, and then you'll think back like, oh my god, a few months ago, like, oh my god, is that why I lost my job? That makes so much more sense. Like, it was for this union. So things take a while to manifest. How do I meditate? So when I first started off meditating, I just sit like, you know, cross-legged with my hands up. If you put your hands up, palms up, it means that you're open to receiving energies from like the universe, from higher self. If you put your hands down, meditate, it's like you're trying to connect with yourself and to the earth and stuff. So I just always kept my hands up, and then sometimes I put like, you know, different crystals in my hands or whatever, you know. And I listened to a few guided meditations until I found one that I really liked. The one that I really liked went through all my chakras and like breathe in all the beautiful light energies and breathe out all the negative energies within your body, and it comes out like imagine, visualize it as like black smoke or black energy coming out of your body. And when you breathe in light energies, picture like light actually coming into your body, and do that for every chakra 3 times. And the third time, like spin the chakra or whatever. So I would do that for every chakra, and it was like a 20-minute guided meditation. So it was actually really like simple and easy to follow and not too like heavy on you. Like, you get it. And I felt you when your chakras like were spinning, if you felt it. And I was like, wow, like this meditation actually worked. You can feel things and your body is different. Then I later learned from Ryan Cropper, the YouTuber Ryan Cropper, that like spinning your chakra sometimes actually kind of makes holes in your energetic body sometimes. Sometimes you just want to like bring light in and like kind of imagine it kind of like glowing really like brightly, bringing in that light energy and taking out all that dark energy, like visualizing like dark smoke coming out of your body. So doing that for just 20 minutes, like visualizing all the chakras, like literally you can feel it. And that's what some people need, is like to feel like something happening in the body. They need guided meditation to like hear it and to like know like what the next steps are. And after doing that a few times, I just did it by myself. And then after doing that a few times, like you feel your third eye going on. You can connect with different energies, different energy beings. You can like talk to your higher self, like all these things that just started like appearing and popping up. And sometimes I feel like you're tripping. Like it's amazing what happens when you just like breathe rhythmically and close your eyes. It's like, I don't know. Your mind can go anywhere. You can like travel the universe. It's awesome. Yeah, sometimes it's hard because like you get kind of stuck with like marriage and like, oh, I really want to be my twin flame right now. Like I want to be with them. I want to bring them to events in my life. I want to watch a movie with them. I want to hang out with them this weekend. I want to go on a vacation with them. And it's just like you get so caught up in like the physical aspects that you kind of forget that this is twin flames are a bigger deal than that. Twin flames are so much more than that. And like, yeah, marriage is a huge block for so many people because you keep focusing on that And then you don't manifest the love. You want to focus on the love, and then the marriage comes naturally after. Yeah, we're in like the middle of 9 galactic activation portal days. Grounding. You have to ground a lot. You have to go outside, touch. I hug trees all the time. I hug trees. I go outside for walks all the time, especially during these energies. It's literally, if you can't meditate, go walk outside. Go walk around trees. Go walk around grass. Like, you don't even have to be barefoot on grass. Just like walk around it. Like, spiritual stuff will start happening around you just because you're near nature. And nature is such a spiritual being. Like, if you're just around nature, if you just go walk outside for 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 minutes, like, that's meditation. You'll get it. Is there... Oh, that's interesting. You keep your palms up. Try that. Is there a card for twins for the portal days? Twin flame portal day insight. This whole like kind of 9 days, it's kind of, I feel like it's physical changes within your body. So it's kind of like, all the little work we did. Oh my goodness. So I've been meaning to get like a foam roller for a very long time now. And I came in yesterday and I used it on my muscles, and I was hitting all the pinpoints on my body. And you know how you hold like trauma in your body, you hold like negative emotions and negative memories in different parts of your bodies. So when I was using the foam roller and going all over all my muscles, I knew it. I'm like, oh no, like, I asked for it. Like, I'm in for it. Like, I'm gonna have all these like things rush up and all these memories and things to work out come through, and it did just yesterday. I'm like, why did I decide to do this right before my live reading? But like, yeah, that's how acupuncture works, right? Like, acupuncture like hits different pressure points in your body. So like you'll have like memories come up and emotions come up, that like traumatic ones or sad ones, or that you have to deal with. And that's how acupuncture kind of clears your energy and clears and lets your energy flow in your body better. So yeah, it's funny you mentioned that did come up. So I'm like, yeah, this 9 galactic activation portal days for twin flames and light workers in general, I feel like it's going to be physical changes in the body to manifest, to go along with all the internal changes you've made recently. So like your body's literally getting an upgrade to hold more light energy. Someone asked earlier, like, how do you keep your vibes high? Your body's literally changing to keep higher energy. It's interesting. Oh, in terms of signs, a lot of people are talking about birds, and alarms going off. So there's definitely something happening. A lot of people are picking that up. The thing with bird signs is that, first of all, being out in nature, having certain birds or animals come into your life, or even if you just see a bunch of animals like on TV, or if you're looking something up online or something, and like you see like a bunch of owls or kangaroos or whatever, if you look up that spirit animal, it's probably that spirit animal reaching out to you to give you a message. So there's like, if you just Google like snake spirit animal, or like, spider spirit animal, or whatever, chickadee spirit animal, and then you look up their spirit animal meanings, it's probably going to be exactly what you're going through right now. It's kind of cool. There's a few sites that are really good. And then also, what's the other thing? Oh yeah, birds. So a lot of people get birds, start hearing birds a lot when they're spiritually awakening. So you'll just notice them more because you're so in tune with nature. When you're spiritually awakened, you're just more in tune with nature. Like I was like literally saying it to Alyssa actually the other day. I'm like, yeah, like before I was awakened, like I didn't even notice birds that much. And then like when I spiritually awakened, I just like looked up for some reason and I could finally see birds all of a sudden. Like the lights were brighter and more colorful, the colors were more colorful, and you notice the animals more because you're more in tune with nature, with earth. So if you're getting a lot of bird signs, it's probably a sign that you're spiritually awakening. And if you're already spiritually awakened and you know it, if you're seeing birds a lot, a spirit animal, or I don't know, some people are seeing things like glitches in the matrix, like seeing birds stop midair. You know, I've never seen a bird stop midair, but I've seen an airplane stop midair. It's kind of crazy how reality works. But yeah, a lot of people are saying they're hearing a lot of alarms or sirens going off, so you know something big is coming. 2020 isn't over yet. Oh, if you're seeing lights out of the corner of your eyes, that's usually spirits, because energies are actually, they're like light energies. So like when you think of energy beings, like maybe in like when you're unconscious, when you're sleeping, or when you're like meditating or something, you can see physical beings. But to see physical beings in physical reality, to see energetic beings in physical reality, they just show up as like little lights, little orbs of lights. A blue heron. Oh, cool. I had a blue heron as a spirit animal. I looked it up once. It was cool. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. Okay. I think I'm going to wrap it up there. I think the chat keeps going up even after I end it, but the white ghost, you can look up the spirit animal, but I'd even look up like dream interpretation of goats and see what that means. Like Dream Dictionary or dreammoods.com. Yeah, I'm just ending this live right now, so yeah. All right, thank you so much. Have a great, fantastic end of July. I would not be surprised if big things happen for you guys. Okay, bye. Hey, bye. Hey, Nelly. Silver black gorillas, beautiful animals. Awesome. Bye. Much love and light.